The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
Welcome to the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports.
Lob past Cooper. Oh, he slams it right over the top of Golden. 15 on the shot clock. Fears down the lane. Right at Golden. Bank shot good. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Fears. Here's a three from the wing. It's good. MSU gets another three.
Jackson Kohler with his fourth three of this game.
He got it.
It is time for the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show. Tonight's show is sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance, Simple Human Sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. And Coors Light, choose chill. Now, with Michigan State head basketball coach Tom Izzo, here's the voice of Spartan basketball, Will Tieman.
Good evening to everybody around the great state of Michigan and beyond. And welcome in the Coach Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And also welcome in Coach Mike Garland. Well, one of my favorite things I get to do is I get to do something like this. Michigan State 83, Kentucky 66. That's a cool thing to be able to do. So, how was New York?
New York was good. I said it's, as it always is in seasons, you kind of have expectations of one thing and how long it'll take. And then some things happen a different way. And I just got to make sure of a couple of things. First of all, it's not like we don't pay our players anything. I don't want anybody to think that it's nowhere near the reported number of the other, but it's not where they reported ours either. So that's number one. I mean, otherwise I'll never get another recruit here. But there's no question that we're not in that category. And, as I've said many times, the most talented players don't win games. It's the teams that play the most connected win games. And I think my team has even taught me something. But we had a great week of practice. And I said to my staff, Mike was there a lot. We made it really physical. We had 2-a-days. We went old school, There are no rules anymore, so who the hell cares? But it was one of those weeks where you just said, you know what, guys have been good. We deserve to play good, but then you got to go to Madison Square Garden, and when you walk in there, it's different. I didn't realize that was my 19th game in the Garden.
Wow.
And I didn't know that. You were there for half of them with me, probably, maybe more, right?
Yeah, probably too many.
Probably too many. Yeah, since you've been gone, we won the last two there. In fact, now that I think about it, what the hell were you doing when you were working?
That's about true.
But we played well. We didn't play great. We shot it great, but we had good shots, and that's what's supposed to happen. So it was unbelievable event, unbelievable locker room after, unbelievable plane ride home. I say there's a lot of games, but then there's memory-making games. And I think most Spartan fans are going to say, you know what? I was at One North watching that game, or I was in my home watching that game, or I was in my basement with my kids watching that game. 20 and 30 years from now, I think that's what it'll be. And that's the cool thing I get to do in my job is create memory-making moments. And that was a memory maker just because who it was. They did not play great. I hope we had something to do with it. But we weren't phenomenal either. I mean, when you look at the film, what we did is what we said we had to do. Shoot it a little better, guard them, and rebound the ball. And I think we were plus 14 or 16 on the boards.
It was big.
Because they were a very good rebounding team. And we put a lot into that. So give my coaches credit, give the players credit. I just went along for the ride.
Well, I won't go along with that one, but so here was one. Games like this, numbers are nice, the score is nice, but there's more than just numbers that win these things, as Tom said. But when we got done with our post game, I had to throw this number at him. We all know Kentucky shoots threes. We all know we have struggled to shoot threes, but we get to the line a lot. They don't, not so much. So at the end of the day, we make 11 threes. We made more 3-point shots than we made free throws. Now, what kind of goofy number is that?
Well, the worst number is we almost made as many threes as we did all year. That's a bad number. But you know what? We were 1 for 14 against Arkansas.
Right.
From the three. And we were 11 for 22 against Kentucky. And we won both games. So it just kind of proves that there's a lot more to winning games than maybe even how you shoot. It's still about how you play, and guys were really good. I mean, they were really good in practice. I could give a pregame speech and say, "You've done all the homework for the test. You passed it with flying colors. Unfortunately, now you got to take the test." And but that's a lot better than if you have a bad week of practice. So it was good, and yet it's time to move on too. We can talk about it for another minute or two, but we haven't accomplished anything yet. And, we've had a couple of big wins, but we've had a couple games we didn't play very well in either. And we went out to UConn. I think that helped us a lot and got our brains beat in. And so now we got Detroit, my former assistant. That's always hard. I always do those games as a favor to him or any one of them. But then when they come about, I hate them. They're no fun. And but I know this, I'd rather hate that game and win than hate that game and lose. Right. So I will, our team, I think we got home at 1:30. We had a short little deal yesterday, pretty good practice today. Again, they were pretty good today. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see if we can handle a little success now, and that's kind of what you got to do throughout a 30-game season.
Chief, if you could talk about it a little bit, talk about him a little bit. I've just been impressed, super impressed with Jeremy Fears. Yeah. I mean, his floor game, it reminds me of Cleves. I mean, yeah. The guys on ESPN were just, they couldn't talk more about him.
Well, he had 13 assists, and he only took 3 shots, made 2 of them. He made all his free throws. Believe it or not, I told him after he was not as good defensively, Mike, as Wood, which is kind of good because it's not good, but I mean, there's a ceiling yet. We're not even close to the ceiling, when he gets after it defensively and Cohen does, we're going to be even a better team.
Right.
But when you can rebound against a team that was as big and strong as they were and athletic, and you did it against Arkansas, but as I said, remember, against Colgate, we got out-rebounded.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows your mentality is important, and whether you get ready for games. And that's the big message I had from my team yesterday is, can you be consistent? That's what I've kind of enjoyed about our program over the years. We're not always great, but we've been pretty consistent. Can they be consistent?
Right.
Can Jeremy be consistent? Right. Because he's the straw that stirs the drink.
Absolutely.
You need your quarterback to be consistent.
By the way, the 13 assists, that's the second best in history of Michigan State basketball for a single game. And the record is 20 by Mateen Cleaves, and he just happened to do that against Michigan.
Yeah, the great part is we're in the locker room, and I don't know if Mateen called or somebody called him, one of the coaches. I think he called one of the coaches, and he was on FaceTime with the guys, and it's just so much fun still to know that our players still play for the name on the front, not the name on the back. And we just got to keep that solid as a rock, boy, because it is harder to do that.
By the way, we are live at One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing. If you want to join our audience for any of the MSU Coaches Shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. Well, we'll be back with more of the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Spartan fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of airballs and alley-oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU basketball games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU basketball. Go green, go white, SeatGeek.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
Spartan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
And welcome back to the Coach Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And make your best play of the day at One North Kitchen and Bar. Happy hour runs 2 to 6 every weekday, and then we go into overtime on Thursdays until 9 o'clock. And you can catch great drinks and appetizers just minutes from campus. Well, I want to piggyback off something Tom talked about, and that was, being a team, having a culture, playing for the name on the front of the shirt. We've not talked about this yet on this show, and that is Tom's recruiting class. I mean, think about this. In this day and age where some schools just go somewhere and they have to get some players and they buy some. We signed 4 freshmen. How many people are signing 4 great freshmen out of high school? Well, we do. And so I asked Tom if he would talk about this wonderful class, which some people believe is the best in the nation.
Well, number one, just understand that it probably is right now because so many teams are going for a large number of transfers, so they have to wait till the end of the year. So I don't want to get overexcited. It is the best for me, and that's really all that matters. It's the best for us. We got a point guard in CJ who is from the state of Michigan, is going to be a dynamic player. He's got a personality. He's kind of reminds me of a Kalen Lucas, right, Mike?
Right.
He's athletic, he's quick, he's tough. And dad played overseas for 15 years. Mom, we have 4 kids from unbelievable families, which makes it really nice. And then in Julius, his dad played at Seton Hall, then played in the NBA. Steve Smith played against them, and Steve happened to be here the weekend that he came here, and that was pretty cool because his dad really knew a lot, and when he finally signed, when they commit, you can't talk about them. Once they sign, you can. And I said, well, when did you know you wanted to come here? I asked his dad that, and his dad said, when I made the visit. I said, well, that was a month and a half ago. The hell was the drama? I didn't sleep nights. And he said, I really did. He says, I got there, a lot of former players were around, and he just said, I fell in love with the place. He said, and my son did too. And then the next kid we got a commitment from, Josiah Jervis, is probably the best talented player of the group out of New York. He's school called Stepanak, and it was they've won 3 straight New York City championships and have a chance to win the 4th. Coach has coached a lot of great players, and it's kind of funny because each one of my assistants had a lot to do with one. You know, Saudi was with CJ, and TK with Julius, and Doug with Josiah, and then John with Ethan. So, and Josiah was it was a lot of work because we had to get there a lot of times. There were some big time schools involved, and so we won that battle. His mom's great, dad's great. They were at the game. In fact, they were in the locker room after the game. Once a kid signs now, the NCAA and that tournament that lets you give tickets to, like once, I don't know, every 50 to 100 years, they do something right down there. And that happens to be one of them. By the way, when I retire, I do not think I'll be getting a job down there. Does anybody else? But and then the last kid, Ethan, I said, Will just asked me, it was a funny story. So we got in on him, and I called him one night about a month before 3 weeks before his visit. I said, what are you doing tonight? He says, I'm going home, and my mom and dad, we make pizza on Wednesday night or something. I said, make pizza? And he says, yeah. I said, what do you mean you make pizza? He said, we make it from scratch. I said, really? 7-1 pizza guy, I mean, so I put it in the back of my brain. And then when he was making his visit, we always have a night at my house for our players and recruits and their parents. And so we were getting ready for that. And I told his family to come over a little early. We had another recruit up at the same time. And I said, come on over early. So my daughter kind of got the flour and the pizza dough, and then we had all the ingredients on the kitchen table. And then my secretary went and bought, one of those chef hats, and I had one and he had one. And I was a little shorter than him, but it was, and then it just turned into be, we made 3 pizzas for real now. And they were damn good, by the way. But it's kind of the strangest things which sometimes, right, makes a difference on whether you get a kid. And I think the mom just felt like this is a homey, feely place, and we, goofy as hell. And so I better do a lot of dumb things in my recruiting days. That was the first time making pizza.
Yeah, and it worked. By the way, you can win MSU men's basketball tickets. Sign up at Abbott, the We Give Blood Drive to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to one of our upcoming basketball games. It's a direct message at Spartans_radio on X. Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you. We're live from Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Tom Izzo. It's all being brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. As you are listening to the Tom Izzo Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Meet, greet, and compete in Michigan's capital city. The Lansing Sports Commission is dedicated to helping you host your next athletic tournament or event in Greater Lansing. Our free services include everything from event development and tournament planning to promotions and recruiting volunteers. No matter the sport, the LSC can make your next event your best event. Plan on something greater. Find details at lansingsports.org.
Hear that roar? That's the sound of Spartan Nation. And Dean Trailways is right there, every mile of the way. As the official ground transportation provider of Michigan State Athletics, we connect Spartans to championships. For every game, every practice, every victory, we deliver it. elite service that powers the green and white. When you demand championship-level transportation, Dean Trailways is your winning drive. Become part of our team at DeanTrailways.com.
This is Labatt, brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting "shoot it," and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Well, we're back live on the Tom Izzo Show, presented by Auto Owners Insurance. And don't forget to unlock cash back on every purchase with MSU FCU's Cashback Plus, an exclusive benefit for MSU FCU members. You'll earn big on your daily spending. Only at MSU's Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Spartan Athletics.
Hey, Will, I got a
Mike,
question. I got a
yes.
question to ask Tom before you move on. You know, Chief, I know you made that pizza and stuff at your house, but I just got to know one thing. Was that a pizza and that Italian food as good as it was when we went to your hometown for our exhibition game and Dino Connolly tore down the rim and we got there early and everybody went crazy?
Yeah. You know, Air Mountain, they do have a lot of good pizza up there.
It's unbelievable.
And,
unbelievable.
So it wasn't quite that good. I mean, it was my first real try at really pizza. But the problem is I was, watched a little video before I did it. And so I was trying to spin that stuff and my hand went right through the dough, and so I was very careful when I spun it. So I told him, hey, you're supposed to be the athlete. You do it. Worst part is he could do it pretty good. So
wow.
If he can't play, I know we can eat good around here.
Is it better than the accordion?
Wow, is that a backhanded insult? Or
Of course it is.
Maybe that night we'll check here. Maybe we'll make pizza and play the accordion and really have a party.
That'd be good. That would be good.
How many out in the audience know how to make homemade pizza? Oh, wow. Wow.
That's pretty good.
Why didn't you call me ahead of time and help me out a little bit?
Okay, I got a question. In Mike, you've been part of this. If you go back, if you take a look at our team right now, we got Jackson Kohler, who's in the top 10 in rebounding in the nation. He's a double-double guy. He's averaging about 16 points, over 11 boards a game. And then also in that front line, you have Carson Cooper, a project out of Jackson, Michigan. They're both seniors, and you combine these guys, you're looking at 15, 16, 17 rebounds a game. You're looking at over 24, 25 points a game. And I can remember not long ago when Tom was working with these two, some of the media people were saying, why? Why don't you just go out and get a guy? Well, that's not how it works around here. And so the development of these two big guys, how did you do it? And what did you see in these guys? Because they're a force now.
Yeah, I seriously, I give them and my assistants credit for that. But I think you got to realize this day and age, instead of us getting the credit for sticking with them, give them some credit for staying. Because it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's like back in our day, Mike, and having a pair of Converse high tops, it's cool.
Right.
Now you got to have a Gucci bag, and that's cool, but it's cool to leave.
Yeah.
And so guys that stay, I did steal one thing from Bo Schembechler. I had a lot of respect for him as a coach. And, he had the sign, those who stay will be champions. And I think that's a good motto, I think we're starting to see a little shift that people are wondering how hard is it to go somewhere and instantaneously. I mean, there were some big time transfers that went places that are struggling, It's not easy. Now, whether that'll change everything, I don't know, because money still changes everything. But I think it's a good marriage when we work with them and they stay with us. I think good for both parties. But my assistants have done a good job. My strength coach has done a good job. My trainer has done a really good job, because those guys, especially Jackson, had some injuries, and everybody kind of stuck together. And when you do that and you go through, like this thing that we got now in society where everybody gets a trophy, if you don't fail sometimes and you don't realize that, like Judd, he used to, oh my God, he hated that more than anybody. And I thought, wow, what a mean SOB, guy doesn't want to have Christmas, for God's sakes. But I can see why now, we're just creating people that are not as competitive. I was telling Mike, I was riding over here today, and Reggie Theus was on the radio, and he was talking. He's a coach at a HBCU college, and he's just talking about how people can't communicate, and the younger guys can't do this. But the biggest thing was they can never fight through any adversity, because powers that be, meaning adults in the room, whether it be you or me or people down in Indianapolis, say if the going gets tough, get the hell out of Dodge. And it's just so ridiculous, because none of us can do that really once you get in the real world. And so I give a lot of credit to my staff, but I give a lot of credit to most of those players that have gutted it out and played a few minutes. I mean, Draymond Green played like 12 minutes a game, and Xavier Tillman about 5 minutes a game. And there is a process to being successful in your business or in mine.
Well, here's a story I don't think Tom's ever heard. We were on a long bus ride going somewhere, and I was sitting with Cooper. And it was fun talking with him about his family and his background and how he got to Michigan State. And somewhere in the conversation, I don't think Coop will mind me telling this story, I asked him, I said, you're getting better. And as you get better, you might be able to go somewhere and get more playing time. Have you ever thought about that? To which he said, you're kidding. Tom Izzo took a chance on me, and I'm just going to bust my ass for him. That's what we got going, guys.
Yeah, that's what we got going. That's not the norm, but it's why we have a big sign in our practice gym if you ever get over there. And I started it last summer, a year ago. And I got so mad at our society that I just said, we're going to be different. So there's a big 3 feet by 20 foot, be different sign. That's all I want to do is be different. I don't want to be like anybody else. And I think those guys buy into it. And yet I want to make sure, because this is important to me, because I know how things work, that you continue to keep your enthusiasm, continue to support them, but don't think we're ready to hang a banner because we beat 2 teams. And I'm not downplaying it. I'm not anything. I'm just telling you that handling things nowadays is so much more difficult than it used to be. And so we're going to see, tomorrow's another test. You had success. What can you do? Another test. And you get by that one, then we go back on the road. We got in at 1:30, 2 o'clock. We had a short day yesterday. Guys were tired. I mean, this was our first 2-day prep. We've had 3 and 4 days. Now we're going to have, after this one, we play on Tuesday, and then we have a 1-day prep to play in North Carolina. So these are all new things that are going to go on, and they might not mean anything to you, but they mean a lot to us. So stay with us. At least a win or tie, but realize that, around here, as I told my players today, winning games, I started a little late. I'm not breaking anybody's record in winning games. Mike Krzyzewski's got 1,000 and some, and I don't know who else. So there'll be no winning games record here, but our job is to win banner records.
Right.
And those can happen, and that's the goal.
And we're winning some. Okay, it's now time to talk about our Alumni Hall Trivia. The winner of our trivia gets some tickets to the next home game and a $25 gift card at Alumni Hall. And so, this is a brand new moment for our radio show. I am obligated to read this card. We have no trivia question. So during the break, I'm going to ask Tom and Mike to come up with a question. And they may say, I don't want to do it. Then I'll come up with one. So that's going over really well. So we'll be back with more of the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners as you're on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Auto owners make sense for you.
Hey, Michigan State Spartans, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health, score a limited edition home field designed Michigan State Spartans t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Michigan State in the lead.
Farm Bureau Insurance invites you inside the green for an exclusive dinner with basketball coach Tom Izzo. This unique experience includes a private dinner for one winner and 3 guests with Coach Izzo. The winner also receives a private tour of the Breslin Center, an autographed basketball from Coach, tickets to a future home game, and more. For more details and to register, visit InsideTheGreenSweeps.com. Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Michigan State Athletics.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
And thank you for joining us for the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. The Michigan State men's basketball is also presented by Rocket Mortgage. Rocket is helping more Americans own more of America. Your journey home starts at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket, own the dream. Okay, we've got a question. Oh, we don't have a question.
Mike and I are going back to our roots. So name us 2 famous football coaches that coached or played at Northern Michigan University. And the hint is one of the coaches used to leave tickets for Elvis Presley.
Right. That's right.
He was at Northern?
That's right.
Elvis? No, he wasn't there. Boy.
Nobody has an idea.
Yeah, none of you must have looked into Mike and I's past, I'll tell you that.
Right.
I mean, 2 of them, one is kind of, in our area.
Absolutely.
I mean, Lower Michigan.
You know, he was my high school football coach.
And he was Mike's high school football coach.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow.
No.
So they have to be 2 specific people?
Well, those are the only 2 that.
Right.
You can name other people, Gary.
I think
one was there right before you, Gary, and one was there quite a while before you.
Right.
Are you going to try, Gary?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay. He's not my favorite person because he was at U of M for a bunch of years, and he wouldn't even recognize my Go Blue when I passed him on an airplane in the first class. But oh no, what's his name?
God, you're onto something. You just got half a ticket.
What the hell's his name? All right, I'm gonna back up to that one. Bill Rademacher.
No, Billy coached up there and played in the pros, but that he was not a head coach at either the pro or the BCS level.
Okay. I'm done.
Wow.
You were so man.
Gary, I still love you. You were my RA.
Mariucci.
Ooh, that's a good answer. I didn't think of that one.
I didn't either.
So he gets a point for that.
Okay. Yeah, but that's not who we were thinking.
But that's good because that was the question.
That is good. I mean, you get that one.
All right.
The other one's easier.
Right.
Really?
Should be to everybody in this room.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's it. Jerry Glanville.
Jerry Glanville was the one Tom and I was thinking of in the NFL.
So he wins.
Yeah, he wins.
So Jerry Glanville, was a football. He used to leave the tickets for Elvis. The other one was Lloyd Carr, who Lloyd played up there, and long before we were there. But Lloyd is a good friend of Mike and I's. He's a really good friend of Mike because he coached Mike, and Mike actually worked for him in high school. And I've done some charity events with Lloyd. Sorry, but I got friends there too, and he's one of them.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. And so, but Mariucci, I mean, you actually got three.
Right.
I mean, we should give you three tickets for that.
We didn't even think about Ooch.
So anyway, nobody really cares, huh? You asked for a dumb trivia question. We gave you
I
one.
liked it. I thought it was good. Glanville, though, I haven't heard his name in years. Anyway,
Raleigh Dodge. That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Northern
Green
Michigan
Bay.
was a cradle of coaches.
Green
It
Bay.
was the Miami of Ohio of Division II.
There you go.
Because the real guy that I was thinking of in basketball was a guy named Stan Albeck, who was one of Michael Jordan's first coaches. He coached up there 10 years, and we actually played for the best man in his wedding,
right?
Who coached us.
Right.
God,
Coach Glenn.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
You were old.
No, I was young. You were old.
Okay. Frankly, you want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on all of our Spartan Sports Network affiliates, presented by Frankenmuth Insurance. Find a local independent agent near you by visiting fmins.com. The Tom Izzo Show is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. We'll be back with more after this break on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Labatt, brewed for the fans who can't stop shouting shoot it, and the driveway heroes who still call raindrops on every brick. Make fun of a ref through the TV like he can hear you, then miss 3 straight free throws on your buddy's hoop. Argue every foul, celebrate every layup, and somehow think you're running the offense from Section 312. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about the court, it's the noise, the passion, and the Labatt you're holding while you live it. Labatt, we're brewed for the roast. Enjoy responsibly. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No, first base!
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Show and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North Kitchen and Bar, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
welcome back as Auto Owners presents the Tom Izzo Show. Hey, we had a question while we were off air. When is the Tom Izzo Christmas show going to be? December the 17th. So you can circle that.
Somehow this year, I think I got to practice a little more. And somehow this year, I got to get Roy Simons with me, our old president's husband. He's really a good accordion player.
For real?
Oh yeah, really good.
Roy can play.
Yeah, so I got to get him here. I got to find a way to look better as I get older.
Actually, I think you do pretty good. By the way, my crack about the accordion thing, that was meant to be a joke, and nobody laughed.
About what?
My joke about your pizza and accordion playing and everything.
I'm versatile.
Or either you're so bad they just wanted to give you a break. One of the two. I know how that goes.
Was he really what?
So, Sanders, when can we get him here to play the piano?
Now, Nick. Now, last year I was going to bring in one of them little pianos. Mm-hmm. I mean, when we have this thing at my house for every recruit. So this year we had like 7 recruits up. And, Nick plays the piano, man. He doesn't need music. I mean, he is talented.
Wow.
I mean, he's not only close to a 4-point student, but he is talented. Yeah. He can really play. So I'll see if he can play Jingle Bells, though. That takes a little more skill than some of those high-level music things he plays. But we'll try to get a little piano here.
A variety.
And another accordion player. Maybe we'll get a trombone player or something. We could have a real party here if we really get it right.
Do you have any other musicians on the basketball team?
I don't know. I don't know. Nick, I know Nick is big time, but I know I don't have any singers on the basketball team. So I'll have to find out, or otherwise I'll go to football. I'll recruit somebody.
I mean, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should mention the fact that we talked about the 13 assists that Fears has had against Kentucky. For the record, right now, he leads the nation in assists per games at over 10.
Really?
Wow.
I mean, that's an amazing number. And then when you look at, Tom always talks about rebounding. Right now, our margin of rebounding is 16.8. That's 10th best in the land. And when you consider the fact that 2 of the games were top 20 teams in Arkansas and Kentucky, that makes that number really stand out. And we're 9th in the country in assists per game at 21.5. And the one thing that we always do when we're getting ready, we look at that assist number per game. And looking at that number, you can tell which teams share the ball and which teams are a little selfish. And when you look at our number, you got to defend the court because that ball's going everywhere. And so that should make you feel good, shouldn't it?
That's the difference between the coach and the radio guy. Because I take a look at that stat sheet and I say, we're shooting 20% from the 3 after 3 games. We're shooting 40% from the 2 after 3 games. So those things kind of stand out on me. But in all fairness and honesty, that's good stats against good people. I mean, our other 2 games were against teams that are going to win games. I mean, they really are. And I'm pleased with that so far. 4 games in, though. Well, 4 games in. Got a lot of games to go.
A lot of games. Hey, by the way, when you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local teams across the Midwest, from big league stadiums to a neighborhood ball field. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. And we had some fun with this card last time, but we really hit the cash register this go round. The Abu Law Firm is proud to sponsor the Beyond the Arc campaign again. The Abu Law Firm will donate $25 for every Spartan 3-pointer made. It goes to the Greater Lansing Food Bank. Thanks to the Abu Law Firm for supporting the Greater Lansing Food Bank. Well, 11 times $25 is a lot better than we did last year.
You know what? Are we still on? Remember last week, those of you, and I said there was $257. So I had to double that. So we're going to get somebody from the food bank come there so we can all present them with $500 and some dollars. And the best part is I tried to call Andrew from the airplane just to tell him, you better go out and find somebody to charge because we're on a hot streak. We got 11 threes, you know. And so
Hey,
it's gonna
Michigan
cost you a
State
little more
Spartans,
money.
ready to.
I told our women's coach that this morning. I said, we got a long way to go to catch you, but we're at least working on it.
We're working on it. We're live with head coach Tom Izzo. We're all being here presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You're listening to the Tom Izzo Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
There's a difference between an answer and a Michigan answer. It starts with our team and people like you. University of Michigan Health Sparrow is hiring for a wide variety of roles at all experience levels. Unlock your potential and discover a fulfilling career at one of our award-winning hospitals and health centers. We make a difference every day, together. Join us at careers.ufmhealthsparrow.org.
Hey, Spartan fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of airballs and alley-oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to MSU basketball games or to any other live event in East Lansing, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of MSU basketball. Go green, go white. SeatGeek.
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base.
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Crazy. And we're back with more of the Spartan Basketball Show with Tom Izzo, the head coach, all brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance. And we're also live from One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing, home of all the MSU coaching shows. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Tom, I wanted to ask you.
We got a question here.
Oh, yay.
I wanted to ask about the bigs because I get nervous sometimes watching the games. Like, what are they coached for? How high they're supposed to go help sometimes? Because sometimes they're going pretty high, and like last game we were getting burned sometimes backdoor. So,
God, you could have coached the team. I was asking my assistants the same question on the bench. But we have different coverages for those ball screens, and sometimes they get up real high. Sometimes they stay level. Very seldom are we below the ball screen, which they call that shacking it, because that's what Shaq used to do, just stand back there. But we don't have anybody 7'1", 300 pounds yet. So it is a really good question, because that is totally on the scouting report on what we do, and we change it up for different teams. And so tomorrow we're going to hedge a little bit and hopefully not get beat on those slips, we call them. Yeah, so that's a good question. That's kind of that's a really good question.
That's a good question.
It is.
I'd like to just ask you about three guys who had a coming out party in New York. Kurt Tang, he played 18 minutes. He's a wonderful player. He's young. 6 of 12 from the field. He made 3 threes. He had 15 total points, a career high for him. Jesse McCullough, 9 minutes, didn't miss a shot. 2 threes, 3 for 3, 8 points. And Cam Ward, who we've seen him really have a great game at the Breslin Center. But again, a freshman, true freshman, goes into the Garden, 4 or 6, 8 points, 4 rebounds. These three guys, young people, never been in that place before. Were you surprised?
Yeah, Jesse's 2 threes. Now he can shoot the ball, but boy, he made 2 big threes. And Kerr has been, last year he was our best shooter, right, Mike?
Right.
And practice and all summer. And end of the summer, he just wasn't shooting it well. And he was, shooting is like a quarterback. It's like a goalie. It's like a pitcher. I never forget when John Smoltz once said he couldn't throw a strike,
Right.
It happens, it's the golfers, get the yips, I know some of you golfers have those things happen. And he was just he's worked his tail off. Jesse was a kid who's come up here and he can shoot the ball. And believe it or not, and Cam, not a great shooter yet, but he's strong and powerful and really can put the ball on the floor well. And those are all young guys. And then the other guy that really had a coming out party a little bit was Trey Ford. Yeah, and he hit some big threes early, and that's what he can do. I mean, he's a very good 3-point shooter. But that's when I could say the adjustments of coming in. It takes time, and sometimes you don't have time, especially when you have a schedule like we do.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about. I'm going to ask Tom about how he keeps everybody on an even keel and talk about the big trip to Florida. And we do have a game Friday against Detroit. So we're going to talk about all those things when we come back right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Make sense for you.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible board-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits. Ended balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Spartan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes these moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is the official beer of Michigan State Athletics. So crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
And thanks for joining us here at One North for the Tom Izzo Show presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Every Spartan knows everyone needs a timeout every now and then, so why not take yours at the beach? Myrtle Beach is a home of to 60 miles of warm sandy beaches, over 2,000 restaurants, and much more. So enter now for your chance to win your own very beach break getaway, compliments of Myrtle Beach. So go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/MSU to enter. Your ultimate beach break is just a click away. Hey, don't forget, Spartan fans, we got one more football game in the state of Michigan. It's coming up on November 29th. It's at Ford Field, and we're going to take on Maryland to wrap up the season. So you can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com or visit MSUSpartans.com for more information. Well, guys, we got about 3 minutes to go here, and real quick, I wanted to ask you, Tom, I mean, everybody was in a great mood after that wonderful trip to New York. How do you keep everybody level?
That's something Mike and I used to sit down and talk about at those 7:30 meetings all the time, and in the morning after big games or after things. And it's, you know, you don't want to dampen it, just like I don't want it for you. You know, I don't want to. I want to say, God, we're up to a great start. Let's go win every game. You know, but there has to be some realism, and yet there has to be some understanding. And what I usually do is I look at some big upsets, I look at some smaller upsets, and just try to warn guys. Anything I read or see, sometimes I'll put it up on a board. It could be a football team. It could be one of our soccer teams or our hockey team, and different things that happen. I try to use everybody I can use to get through to these guys on staying focused. And that's the name of the game. Can you stay focused long enough to, to be successful? And, like Mike and I used to talk about a lot was, these guys, there's just so many people talking to them now. It's tripled since Mike left. He's only been gone a couple of years. And so we're always, him and I were a good cop, bad cop. I always had a guy that I could say, it's your turn, Mike. I'm worn out of this. And Mike could get after it a little bit. And that's one of the things I miss most about having Mike. He was a great good cop, bad cop. And he was great with kids that, that needed a push, whether it be academically or socially or anything else. So he still helps me out. He just doesn't get paid for it now.
Can you believe that? I didn't get paid for it then. No. Hey, Chief, before we close out, I want you to realize something.
What's that?
Tomorrow you're going to be playing against UAD's point guard, whose grandfather played with us.
Yeah.
He was our teammate, Zach Hicks, and Orlando Lovejoy.
Yeah.
Their starting point guard.
Good player.
Yes, he's a very good player.
He's a good player, and that is interesting. So we play against Monty. Mike's gone and watched Monty and DJ both play, and it's hard. But yeah, we'll be doing that. I hope to see you all there. If not, I hope you get a chance to listen or watch it. And we get by that one, then we got a big trip to Florida. And hopefully we'll bring you back some more wins. So thank you so much for being here. Take care.
And by the way, we take the air for our Detroit broadcast. Detroit Mercy, we take the air at 5:35. We hope you can join us for that. As always, thanks for joining us. And thanks to Chris Ordaway, Jay Neal, and Gage Dansby for all the technical support. See you on December 3rd.
You've been listening to the Auto Owners Insurance presentation of the Tom Izzo Show, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense. The Tom Izzo Show is also brought to you by One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of MSU Athletics. Labatt Blue Light, we're brewed for the roast. Meyer, supporting hundreds of sports teams across the Midwest. Coors Light, choose chill. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. The Tom Izzo Show is a presentation of Playfly Sports in partnership with Michigan State Athletics. All rights reserved. Join us next time on this network station for all the Spartan basketball action on the Spartan Media Network.